What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And for this one, man, I had a request from a couple of you guys asking me to explain what is guaranteed rate and why does it exist. And this is something that I've touched on before, but since we have a large influx of new players coming to the game, partially due to the fact that we just had one of the biggest updates ever in Avengers Infinity War, I decided I wanted to touch on it once again, and hopefully this could actually help out some of you guys, because this is something that's never truly been explained in details by the development team of Marvel Future Fight. But myself and a lot of longtime players have a pretty clear understanding of what it is and how it works. Now, here's a scenario for you guys. If you have two characters and they clash, both of them being level 60 with 50% dodge and critical rate, what do you guys think happens? Because those are the two stats in this game right now that have the word guaranteed rates attached to them. Now, some of you guys will just be like, well, you'll do damage, obviously. Well, there's more to it than that, okay? There's math always happening. Math in this game is what determines whether you win or lose. And when both of those characters clash, what will actually happen if they have 50%, each of them that is, have 50% dodge and 50% critical rate, if both of them are level 60, those stats will actually be cut in half and they will be reduced to 25% dodge and 25% critical rate, respectively. Okay, so here's another scenario for you guys. This time we're actually going to look at a level 60 and a level 30, and we're going to keep that 50% dodge and critical rate. And what do you guys think happens when you use a level 60 to go up against a level 30? In that case, the level 60 is only going to have its stats reduced to about 37.5%, whereas the level 30 will actually have its dodge and critical rate reduced to about 12.5%. okay, from that 50% you're only going to have 12.5%, whereas that level 60 is actually going to have 37.5. so you're going to get a massive cut simply because you are a lower level. And this is why guaranteed rate exists for these stats, as guaranteed critical rate and guaranteed dodge actually operates outside of the level system and will not be affected by it, whereas just regular dodge and regular critical rate will always be dependent on your level in comparison to the level of the opponent. The same is true for a level 60 tier 1 character going up against a level 60 tier 2 character. The same formula will apply. You being that level 60 tier 1 character will get your stats massively reduced, while that level 60 tier 2 character will only take a slight reduction, okay? And now with the introduction of level 70 and tier 3, the same thing is true. Math happens every single time. Don't believe me? Here's a comparison for you guys. We're going to use my level 60 Hulk with a mythic uniform, a damage proc, Uru, ISO set, and 0 ignore dodge versus my level 70 Cap with a mythic uniform, no damage proc, Uru, ISO set, and also having 0 ignore dodge. And we're going to take him into one of the highest dodge stages that we currently have in the game, the Spideyverse Rumble. And I want you guys to take a look not at the amount of damage that Cap is doing in comparison to Hulk, because obviously being a higher level he's going to deal more damage, but I want you guys to take a look at the amount of times that the enemies dodge my Captain America's attacks versus how often they dodge against my Hulk. Alright guys, so the goal here will be to see just how consistently I can land hits with the Hulk, given just how much dodge these guys have. But like always, we're going to be playing extremely aggressive, and we're going to treat this as if we're trying to solo the whole stage. Now, right off the bat, you guys will notice that virtually none of my attacks are hitting, and that's due to the fact that I have no ignore dodge, okay? But nonetheless, we are gonna keep pushing and see how well he performs here. These guys are really annoying with all the iframes, but you guys can see, right? It's like 1 in every maybe 10 hits that I'm getting off a few hits of my own, and then these guys are just running away, dodging, and they got a lucky web off there for okay, I don't want to spend too much of my time getting webbed, but either way, it should still give you guys a good comparison, because Cap doesn't have web immunity either, so it's gonna be the same situation when I bring him in. And I'm getting off a few hits on, I'm surprised that it's actually Silk. That's the one that's almost kind of dead, sorta, even though it's been a minute, and she's like just under half, barely. Considering she has a shield, I would expect her to be the one that's like at the highest amount of HP, and maybe Spider-Gwen be really low on HP. But okay, let me get out of this thing. Come on, let me out of this bloody thing. So you guys can see exactly where this is going, right? Half the time we don't even have one of these spiders dead yet. This is one of the most difficult stages in Shadowland, but kudos to Hulk because his survivability is really showing here. For any of you guys who ever doubted this uniform, it's truly spectacular. The damage immunity, the heal, and just how consistent he can just go back into the damage immunity and the iframe and make it so that he goes basically all the way back up to full health every single time after they free him from the web. That is not something that a lot of characters can do. Even a really well-built Wolverine will get locked down here and get tested. So there is literally no way we can beat this with Hulk without ignore dodge. I don't see it happening at this point, but nonetheless, we're gonna push to see if we can at least kill one person, because when I do it with Cap, I'm gonna do the exact same thing, and we're gonna test him and see how far he makes it in terms of survivability and just how many of his attacks are hitting compared to Hulk. And it looks like, whoop, yep, we got one, so that's great. Slippery freaking bad. Look how many attacks are getting dodged. I wish they would show us at some point just how much dodge these guys truly have in this stage. That would be really amazing. But as you guys saw, man, the full 3 minutes, we couldn't get it done with the Hulk. But we're gonna get out of here, guys, and we're gonna grab Cap, bring him in, and we're gonna do the exact same thing. And this should give you guys a good understanding of what the system really is like, and we should also show you guys the difference between level 60 and level 70. Look at that, guys. Sure, they're dodging a little bit, but right away you see a noticeable difference between Cap and freaking Hulk. Okay, we have Stacy basically about dead. Gwen Stacy dead. Okay, that's in less than 30 seconds. And it looks like we're about to take out Silk too. And it looks like we might actually be able to beat this entire stage in half the time. Now keep in mind, Hulk has a damage proc, Hulk has a leadership, and he's built very, very offensively. Okay, but it's not so much the amount of damage, it's the fact that not a lot of his attacks are actually getting dodged because of the fact that he's level 70 and these guys presumably are level 60. Okay, because Shadowland, this version of Shadowland was created before characters could get to level 70. So at the highest, I would say these guys are probably level 62. That's it. I don't see them being much higher than this. And as you guys can see, man, Cap is about to finish this up in half the time that it took my Hulk to freaking attempt this stage. Okay, that should show you guys the difference between level 60 and level 70, and also give you guys a clear-cut comparison as to how dodge truly works in this game. It's really dependent on your level compared to the level of the enemy. All right, guys, so just to be as thorough as possible, I want you guys to take a look at both Hulk and Cap, and what I want you guys to notice is the fact that both of these guys have exactly 0% ignore dodge. Okay, so the main factor right here as to why Hulk was not able to clear the stage while Captain America could is actually because of the fact that Cap is level 70. That is the main factor right here. Okay, as you can see, my Hulk is stacked with Urus. Skills are all at 6. He's rocking Power of Angry Hulk. He has a damage proc. His uniform is at Mythic, with a few uniforms that are providing him with additional bonuses. He has 17k for physical attack, and he was using his own leadership. Okay, as you guys can see, for Cap actually has 21k for physical attack, so a little bit stronger there. But what I wanted you guys to take a look at most notably was actually the fact that most of Cap's attacks were actually hitting, even though he still has 0% ignore dodge. So the next time you guys go up against a level 70 character in PvP, keep in mind that if you're going up against someone like Spider-Man and he's stacked with a whole bunch of dodge and you don't have any ignore dodge in your kit and you're using a level 60 character, you're probably going to be in for a shit show. Okay guys, as you can see, my Cap has Urus. He has his skills all at 6. He's running Overdrive for the ISO set, no damage proc. His uniform is at Mythic, and as you can see, I don't have nearly as much uniforms. But that is all I have to really share for this one, man. Just wanted to give you guys a comparison between a level 60 character and a level 70 character, and I also wanted to explain what guaranteed rate is, or at the very least what it is for me and how I interpret it as a player. But that's it for this one, man. Thanks for watching. Hope it was informative, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love, and I'm gone.